quite as overwhelming as putting up the trophy like they did last year for the 100th running, but the month of May is still almost here, and therefore it is time to decorate the side of the JW Marriott. So as you're coming downtown, it's like, bam! Big old decal. Greatest city in racing. And apparently it's fire department conference time. That's always fun. I almost feel like I should put this on camera so that later, you know, you can be like, she gave me permission. I, Rachel, give Chauncey full permission to film me after my wisdom teeth surgery. And post it on YouTube if it's appropriate.
Any last words, Rachie? Don't worry about it.
I'm so nervous.
Yeah, it'll be okay. I'll protect you.
From what?
All the scary things.
And how will you do that? I'm gonna be all the way back there, and you're gonna be up in the waiting room.
I'm a Sasquatch. I have mystical ways.
Oh, okay. I see.
Alright, let's go in.
Okay. I look lovely, don't I? Well, I'm slumming it. Oh, second day. Well, first full day after having my wisdom teeth taken out. So, and I'm doing alright. I just put the ice packs back in the freezer so they can freeze up again. I just had one on each cheek. That was a good look. So I've been doing that. Swelling hasn't quite gone down yet, and then I need to take my meds. So I've got a little bit of food. I haven't really been able to eat a whole lot. Just because mostly I'm afraid of, like, you know, the clot and getting that damn dry socket everyone keeps warning me about. So, eating has been very minimal. Not that I really had a whole lot of appetite anyway. I haven't felt nauseous, which is good. Even with the painkillers. But I just haven't really had much of an appetite. So, plus there's just not a whole lot I can eat right now, so I have to eat mostly soft stuff. So I've had like scrambled eggs and the mac and cheese Chauncey made, where he made it in the pressure cooker, so the pasta is like really soft. I've had pudding, I've had yogurt, I've had a banana, I've had a couple bananas actually. Mostly fluids though, lots and lots of fluids. And just chilling. I've watched a lot of YouTube, a lot of Netflix, and playing on Facebook, and oh my god, I'm so bored. I'm so bored, but at the same time I'm like tired. Like I have these bouts where I'm like, you know, working on the computer, and I've got Netflix going, using my phone, and then next thing I know I'm just like, I'm like Grandpa Simpson. Just so, which some of that is I know from the anesthesia. It's not nearly as strong as like what I had for my gallbladder surgery, where it stayed in my system for quite a while. But even this anesthesia will stay in my system for at least a couple days. That and the Vicodin makes me sleepy too. So, which unfortunately with the Vicodin, because it makes me sleepy, I can't go anywhere. I'm not allowed to drive while I'm taking it. So it's not like, and it's gross outside. It's been gorgeous all week, and then now it's gross out, which I guess is a good thing, because then it makes me I don't feel as bad being stuck inside. It's like 50 something degrees outside, and it's gonna rain, and it's overcast. There's no sunshine. But yeah, it's been an interesting experience. Definitely an interesting experience. If you haven't seen it, I know I linked to it on my Instagram, but if you still haven't seen it, go and watch the video. I gave Chauncey permission to film me after my surgery, just in case. It was funny, and it was. It was really, really funny because I remember going into the surgery, and then, you know, them getting me all hooked up, and I had laughing gas, and then they put the IV in, and they'll let the IV go like half or whatever while they finished prepping other things, and then the surgeon came in, he's like, okay, we're gonna turn you, you know, the anesthesia all the way up, and then you'll be out, and I was. And I don't remember being woken up after the surgery or getting into the wheelchair. I remember being pushed into the wheelchair, out of the office, and down the ramp, and Chauncey had to bring the car over, I think. I remember getting into the car, and then I do not remember. And then I remember stopping at CVS for Chauncey to pick up my prescription, or see if my prescription was ready, or drop off the prescription or whatever. I remember stopping at CVS, him telling me not to go anywhere. And I remember looking at myself in the mirror, in the little flap thing in the car, and seeing like, I had like drool with like blood mixed into it. It's kind of gross. And then staring at the red box, the DVD thing, red box DVD rental thing sitting outside the CVS. And then I remember coming home, because we passed one of our neighbors. We came up the stairs and passed one of our neighbors on our way to our apartment, and him looking at me like, oh, what's wrong with her? And Chauncey saying she's had her wisdom teeth taken out. And he's like, oh, okay. And then coming home and sitting on the couch. But everything from getting into the car and getting to CVS, I do not remember any of that conversation. And I don't remember Chauncey handing me the camera once we got to CVS and filming myself looking into the mirror. I do not remember that. It is so wild how the anesthesia messes with your memory. But the video itself is so funny. It's so funny. I was high as a kite, but I was ready for Metallica. We're going to see Metallica later this summer. I was like, I'm ready. Woo! Master Puppets. But yeah, I will put a link to that in the thing. So, but I need to eat. My food should be cool enough now, if it's safe for me to eat, so I can eat, take my meds, and then probably take a nap again. This is a good look, right? Yeah. I kind of feel like a walrus. Or something. So, yeah. That's a good look right there. Oh, yeah. I think Bunny would approve. What do you think, Bunny? Oh, yes. Absolutely. Well, watch enough Graveyard Girl and you realize that, you know, if you can put yourself on the internet, you just gotta do it. Can't be afraid of being embarrassed, which is why I'm letting you guys see me like this. So we're on second full day post-op, and it's not been very good. Not at all. Not at all. Unfortunately, the nausea and that thing that comes with nausea hit me full force today. Yeah, that was fun. Oh, and of course, you know, I don't have anything for nausea. They gave me a nice list of medications post-op, and one of them includes a nausea medication, but I didn't get the actual medication. So I call, and of course, you know, by the time I realize how sick I am, it's after hours for the doctor's office. So I have to call the after hours number. And they're like, okay, well, we'll see if we can get hold of the doctor. Great. So I wait. And then, actually, the surgeon actually called me. So apparently he was on call, and it wasn't like assistant or anything. He actually called me, which is great. He's been fantastic. Dr. Pruitt. If anyone's in the Annapolis area, particularly the south side, and you need an oral surgeon, Dr. Pruitt. He's fantastic. But yeah, he was like, well, it's probably the Narco. I'm on Vicodin. Lovely stuff. That's making you sick. So if you can handle the pain without taking the Vicodin, stop taking the Vicodin, and I'll get your prescription for Zofran, which is anti-nausea medication. And then once you get your stomach settled, then maybe you'll be past the worst of it and you won't need the Vicodin anymore. Okay. So I'm due, well, I just took more meds a little bit ago, but did not take the Vicodin. And now I've got the Zofran, so I need to take it. But I can definitely tell the difference not taking the Vicodin. So, but I was due for the ice packs. That's what this contraption is considering I had surgery on both sides of the face, and I'm sitting here bored out of my mind. So I'm like, you know, on Facebook playing Farmville and watching YouTube videos. I kind of need my hands. So I was like, oh, I got this headband thing. I'll just kind of strap the ice packs to my face. And it kind of works. I mean, it's not perfect, but it does the job. So, although these are about ready to go back in the freezer. So my 30 minutes are almost up. But I've been on a scale of 1 to 10 as far as amount of pain. It's not terrible. Like when I was having problems with my gallbladder, that was way worse. That was like turned up to 11. Like spinal tap. This is spinal tap turned up to 11. This is the worst. Anyway. And as worse is probably about a 7. With the ice, that brings it down to like maybe a 6. The Vicodin takes it down to like next to nothing, but unfortunately it's making me very, very sick. So I'm just gonna have to deal with the ibuprofen and the ice. But he says that this is probably the worst of it. Like immediate day after and second day after, like 24-48 hours is the worst. So hopefully by tomorrow I'm starting to feel better. Which I want to get off the Vicodin anyway because it makes me so sleepy. And I can't drive while I'm on it because it makes me sleepy. So, but yeah. It's my little flaps. My little ice pack flaps. It's so good. So cool. Are you saying I'm crazy? I think he's saying I'm crazy. I'm crazy.
You like it when the cheese held on by the surface area that is afforded by ridges
pasta
on Shell's pasta.
Okay.
It is afforded, and we're talking about the function of surface area, and that is it clings to cheese.
Yes.
The more surface area you have, the more cheese you have.
It's not necessarily more surface area.
It's quite an easy equation.
It's the texture of the surface area.
That's just a bonus.
And the shells, pasta shells, they have little ridges, and they hold on to the cheese better. So when you take a bite, you're not just getting a little bit of cheese.
East 32nd Street.
You're getting more cheese.
By the way, Rachel had macaroni and cheese at Hobcat.
Yes.
2 bonbons, which are alcoholic drinks, and she is wasted drunk.
I am not wasted drunk. I am still perfectly capable of playing.
She won't remember this.
I will.
She's also been taking a bunch of drugs for wisdom teeth, like stuff that wasn't even prescribed.
No.
Found it in an alleyway, and I was like,
No.
I don't know if you should be taking that.
All I've had today is ibuprofen. That is it. I'm off the antibiotics. I haven't had any Vicodin in a couple days. All I've had is ibuprofen. Granted, it's huge ibuprofen. It's like 800 milligrams. They're really big pills, but it's just ibuprofen. It's Tylenol or Advil or whatever.
We missed our turn back there.
Well, whose fault is that?
We were talking about drugs and alcohol.
And mac and cheese.
What have we become in mac and cheese?
Well, parties, man.
Alright. We're good.
It's raining, it's pouring.
A little tired. Just woke up from a little nap. But, are you silly? I'm still gonna send it. I'm gonna send it.
If you don't get that reference, I'm sorry. So I think this is some sort of food truck rolling along here, because it says pizza. But I'm pretty sure that that is a ambulance that they have probably repurposed. Yeah. That's a little interesting. Fire in the hole. Pizza. Alrighty. I need a car. Make it a stretch. Make it a super stretch. Thumbs up if you understand that reference.